The streets are narrow. Wet straw sticks to your boots as you push through crowds beside the Seine River. Smoke drifts through the cold air while butchers shout beside wooden market stalls. Dogs fight over scraps near open drains. Church bells echo across the island city. This is Paris in the year 1000. And almost nothing looks familiar. Where tourists cross elegant stone bridges today, medieval Paris is still a cramped fortress built mainly on a small island surrounded by dark water, wooden docks, and defensive walls. The city belongs to the Capetian kings. But in truth, King Robert the Pious controls little beyond the land surrounding Paris itself. France is still deeply divided. Powerful lords rule most regions almost independently, and royal authority remains fragile. Paris is not yet the grand capital the world knows today. Most people live in small timber houses packed tightly together along muddy lanes barely wide enough for carts. Upper floors lean dangerously over the streets below. Fire is one of the city's greatest fears. A single overturned candle can ignite entire neighborhoods within hours. At night, darkness covers much of the city. Oil lamps are rare. Many streets become nearly impossible to navigate after sunset. Sanitation is poor. Animal waste, rotting food, and sewage often end up directly in the streets or poured into the river itself. The smell of smoke, mud, animals, and human waste hangs constantly over the city. Yet Paris is growing. Traders arrive from Flanders, Normandy, and the Loire Valley carrying cloth, wine, grain, salt, and furs. Boats crowd the Seine River daily. Long before Paris becomes beautiful, it becomes wealthy through trade. Today, Notre Dame Cathedral dominates the skyline of Paris. But in the year 1000, the famous cathedral does not exist yet. In its place stand older churches built during earlier centuries of Frankish rule. Religion shapes nearly every part of life. Church bells control the rhythm of the day. Priests record births and deaths. Monks preserve books by hand inside candlelit monasteries while much of Europe remains unstable after centuries of invasion and war. For ordinary Parisians, survival matters more than politics. Most people rarely travel far from home. Their world is small: the market, the church, the river, and the surrounding streets they have known since childhood. Inside many homes, conditions are harsh. Evidence suggests entire families often share a single heated room. Winters are cold, damp, and dangerous. Smoke from indoor fires fills cramped interiors with thick air that slowly damages the lungs. Disease spreads easily through crowded districts. Medical knowledge is limited. Minor injuries can become deadly infections. Infant mortality is high, and life expectancy remains brutally short for many people. Outside the city walls, danger still feels close. Only a century earlier, Viking raids terrorized Paris repeatedly. Defensive bridges and fortified towers still guard the river approaches. The memory of invasion remains fresh in the minds of many citizens. Where wide boulevards stretch across modern Paris today, medieval Paris is a maze of twisting alleyways, workshops, crowded markets, and unstable wooden buildings pressed tightly together. The city is loud. Blacksmiths hammer iron beside the streets. Merchants argue over prices. Priests chant inside stone churches. Horses splash through mud while smoke rises constantly above the rooftops. Entertainment is simple but brutal by modern standards. Traveling musicians perform in marketplaces. Religious festivals fill the streets with processions and celebration. Public punishments and executions also attract large crowds. Paris is still relatively small. Historians estimate perhaps 20 to 30,000 people live here around the year 1000. But the foundations of a future world capital are already forming. Schools connected to churches begin attracting scholars from across Europe. Over the coming centuries, these communities help create one of the most influential universities in medieval Europe. Slowly, Paris begins transforming. Stone buildings replace timber. Markets expand. Churches grow larger. Bridges strengthen. Wealth and political power gradually concentrate around the city. And over generations, the muddy fortress town beside the Seine slowly becomes the center of a kingdom. Eventually, the crowded island city of the year 1000 transforms into the Paris recognized around the world today. But traces of medieval Paris still survive beneath the modern city. Buried foundations. Forgotten streets. Hidden tunnels. Ancient walls beneath apartment buildings and cafés. Modern Paris was built on top of another world. Paris in the year 1000 is not elegant or romantic. It is crowded, smoky, dangerous, and alive. A city struggling through uncertainty while slowly becoming one of the most important cities in European history. And beneath the lights of modern Paris, fragments of that medieval world still remain hidden beneath the streets. If you enjoyed exploring medieval Paris, subscribe for more cinematic historical documentaries. And let us know which city we should explore next. As always, we'll see you in the past.